Hello everyone, welcome to the first second channel video, I believe this is. That's really fun, and today we're going to be doing a Star Wars tier list. Movies and shows. I should probably say this beforehand. I'm gonna add a tier of have not seen, because there are some things I have not seen and I probably won't, but maybe some things that I will see in the future. So I think we are going to, at some point, make another tier list, updated one in the future. But, yeah. Oh, I just replaced F tier. Man, I should have prepared this. I should have prepared this before I did anything, you know. Add new row below, and that's gonna be have not seen. Hey, you know, you guys, I probably could edit all this out and redo the intro, but whatever. Transparency. You guys get to see the process. This ad will not leave. This sucks. Okay. Starting off. Okay, these aren't in the order for some reason. The original Star Wars. This is a really good movie. Obviously groundbreaking for the time. It has an amazing plot, of course. It's a classic. I can't really pick out flaws. Obviously in the year 2024, we got technological advancements, but you can't really judge this movie, honestly. I'm putting it in S tier. This is a really good movie. Alright, next. Empire Strikes Back. Everything about the first movie, but even better. Sometimes someone may say, oh, maybe it drags a little with the Dagobah scene, but no, not really. I think everything is important. I think this is arguably better than the first movie. I love a sequel where the villains win and it ends on a cliffhanger and you kind of set up a third movie. Star Wars has that. Pirates has that. Marvel has that. I love movie, and you got the romance between Han and Leia. You got Luke's character growth. You got Vader's character growth, and well, not growth yet, but more is revealed. This movie has Hoth. This movie has the Emperor. Barely. This movie has Cloud City. It's got so much cool stuff. All right, Return of the Jedi. I'm going to say this right off the bat. Last act carries. They dilly-dally in the desert for a bit with a crime organization. I mean, yeah, the Jabba stuff, I mean, it's there. The Ewoks, they're whatever. But the final act, that final duel between Luke and Vader, such an amazing scene. Palpatine was a really cool villain. The second Death Star, I mean, really? But, whatever. The Last Act carries. It's still a pretty good movie, in my opinion. Alright, episode 1. It's something, alright. It's got a Jar Jar in it, which automatically deducts a lot of points. I will say once again, the Last Act carries. The Last Act carries. The Duel of the Fates fight was amazing. But, I mean, it doesn't really to me, I wouldn't say, it doesn't live up to these. I'll put it in C. It's not horrible, though, I will say. Alright, Attack of the Clones. Let's address the elephant in the room. The dialogue in this movie is pretty, you know. I do like, it's kind of generic, but, like, the love story between Anakin and Padme, it's cool. I enjoy this movie sometimes, or, like, it's kind of like a turn off your brain, like, have some fun and watch this movie. It's interesting. Dooku is kind of interesting villain. You had the Battle of Geonosis, which was pretty cool. It's all right, I guess. I think I would put it in C tier with Phantom Menace. It's fine. Actually, yeah, I'll move it in B tier, honestly. I kind of have a soft spot for this. Okay, Revenge of the Sith. I love this movie. I don't care what anyone says. This movie has its flaws, for sure. Sometimes the pacing is a little long, but I love the tragic tale that it tells about Anakin. It's such a tragic tale. The Battle of the Heroes is epic. I think we can all agree on that. I love the deeper messages and like the deeper like geopolitical and like war story going on. It's so deep and beautifully crafted, and it's like a Shakespearean tale as well in a way, and it's just a really good story. I would put it in S tier, but if I'm gonna be completely unbiased, well, if I'm gonna be a bit more reasonable, I will put it in A tier, top of A tier. But I still really, really enjoy this movie. It is one of my favorites. A New Hope. Not New Hope. Why did I say A New Hope? This movie is based off of A New Hope. The Force Awakens. All the hype that was initially there was just nostalgia baiting. I'm pretty sure that's something that can clearly be seen over a decade later. I think this movie did have some potential, but it just became a ripoff of A New Hope. Giving it C tier is too kind, I would say. I would put it either at the bottom of C tier or in D tier. I think it's kind of cool. Like it makes you think about what could have been. But it's nah. Rogue One. This movie gave me hope. After this, I was like, yeah, whatever. And then Rogue One came out, and it's like, okay, maybe Star Wars still has a chance. I think it's really cool. The last act is, I think, the last, like a lot of movies in this tier list, the last act carries. But Rogue One, I think is still overall pretty cool movie. You really only watch like the end of it, but I'll put it in A tier. And the way it connects with A New Hope was genius, and I love the ending into the beginning. All right, The Last Jedi. You know where you belong. Why is this even a tier right now? E, who made this list? All right. You know where you belong. Everything about this movie sucks. It tried to be different, yeah, whatever. But it doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. You can tell that the director changed with each movie, and they didn't have the entire story arc planned out because it just completely went in different directions. Like, and they completely killed Luke Skywalker as a character. They destroyed Luke's character. The whole stuff with like Rey's parents and whatever was kind of mid, and it was like, oh, she really is just no one or whatever. Like, this movie just sucks. Okay. Star Wars Rebels. I have actually not seen this movie, so I have no opinion on it. Solo. I only saw this movie once, and I remember very few things from it, but I remember did not enjoy it, really. I'll put it in D tier, I guess. I can't really say too much. I don't remember much about it, but it wasn't really that good, in my opinion. Star Wars Resistance. I have not seen this. Rise of Skywalker. This movie is quite possibly the worst thing. This killed the franchise. The Last Jedi dug the grave. This movie, last nail in the coffin. This movie sucked. This movie, once again, changed directors and just completely undid everything that was set up in The Last Jedi. It's not coherent. Even if it were, it still probably wouldn't be good, but it's not even coherent. This movie is such a mess. Somehow Palpatine returned? What the hell is that? Alright, like, what? Like, it's somehow even worse than The Last Jedi. And then they completely undid everything. Oh, Rey's a Palpatine now. Look at that. Oh, Rey and Kylo Ren, who hate each other. Oh, they kiss. What the hell is up with that? The whole Palpatine thing is stupid. I get the contingency is like a canon thing that's been around. But, like, come on. Come on. This movie is really bad. this is quite possibly the worst Star Wars movie ever made. But if you want to say this is worse, I mean, I don't care. It's fine. Both of these movies suck. And yeah, if you know me from the main channel, you know that I really dislike this movie. Alright, Star Wars Clone Wars. This is going to sound like a sin, and I wish that I had. I have not seen most of the series. And I've heard it's really good, and I want to watch it. I just haven't found the time to just watch all 7 seasons. I have seen, like, the first season and part of the second, I think, but I feel like I can't fairly rank it until I've seen the whole thing, and this is why I might want to do an updated tier list in the future. So I'm gonna have to put it in have not seen, but I've heard really good things about this, and I want to rank it high up, but I have to wait until I've seen it. Star Wars Visions, I have not seen this either. I don't really plan to. I don't really care. Andor, again, I haven't seen it. There are a lot of the Disney Plus shows. There's just so much of it. It's oversaturation of content, and honestly, I'm probably not gonna end up watching it all. Mandalorian. First 2 seasons were great. I have not seen the 3rd season, but I heard it's pretty bad. But I'll rank it off of the 1st season and the 2nd season. I think 1st season was probably the best. It's really cool. It's... In hindsight, yeah, it's cool. It's a standalone thing, but I mean, I don't know if you can compare it with... I'll put it in high B tier. I like The Mandalorian. It's really good. I gotta watch that again. The Book of Boba Fett. Hot take, I actually enjoyed The Book of Boba Fett. I thought it was really interesting. A lot of people say... Actually, I don't really know why a lot of people don't like it. But maybe it's like, they say it's boring or whatever. I think it's really interesting. The stuff with, like, how he survived, the Sarlacc pit, the Tusken Warrior lore. That was interesting. The whole lore with, like, the power vacuum left behind after Jabba. That was really interesting, seeing, like, the politics of, what's it called? Mos Eisley? That's unfold. That was really cool. And it reminds me of the kind of the state of the Scorpion Den in Wings of Fire Arc 2. So, yeah, I think it was pretty cool. Not as good as The Mandalorian, but it's still pretty cool. I think it's worth a watch. Kenobi. When I first watched this, I was pretty intrigued. But now, looking back, it had a lot of nothing in it. And really, the only part that's really memorable is, like, the last episode, the ending. And that fight, when he fights Vader, and he rips off his mask. That scene was amazing, and it was so... You could feel the emotions. That was really well done. The rest of it... I'll put it in C tier. It's okay, I guess. It had a lot of missed potential. That, like, Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon, I was expecting more Qui-Gon and a lot of other stuff, but we didn't see any of that. That's disappointing. Tales of the Jedi. I have not seen this. I don't even really know what this is, if I'm being honest. Ahsoka. I have not seen this. I kind of want to see it, though. Bad Batch. Again, I have not seen this because I haven't finished the Clone Wars. I think I have to watch the Clone Wars first. I gotta really do an updated tier list sometime. I can't even read that. Does that say Tales of the Empire? I did not know that was even a thing. The Acolyte. I have not seen this, but boy, do I have feelings about it, and boy, do I know some stuff about this. You're going in F tier. I don't care. I don't care if I haven't seen this. I know enough to know that this is a piece of flaming garbage, and I will never watch it, and I will... It's not worth watching. I am putting this in F tier where you belong. Can we get, like, a double F tier? Like, please. Can we get, like... Ugh. This show... From what I've looked into about this show, it wasn't even written by someone... The people who wrote the show haven't even watched Star Wars. And they went into this with the mindset of, oh, let's just subvert expectations. I believe that's what they said in interviews and stuff. It's, ugh. No. I'm sorry. You can disagree with me because I haven't actually sat down and watched it, but it's not worth it. I don't care. This is... From what I heard, there's some pretty not so good things involved. I don't know. Skeleton Crew. I've been seeing ads for this lately. I have no clue what it is. So, you know, it's going or not. I haven't seen. But yeah, this is my tier list. And I keep getting ads that I can't get rid of for some reason. This tier list site usually works fine, but whatever. Hope you enjoyed my rant. This was more of like a rant and less of an analysis, but I'm looking forward to growing this second channel, making some more fun content, and there's going to be a lot of exciting stuff coming soon. So, thanks for watching. See you all next time.